This time we are back. My first guest, of course, co-starred in such movies as Knocked Up, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Anchorman. Huge movies. Now he's starring in the new hit film Role Models. This weekend he's hosting Saturday Night Live with musical guest Beyonce. Please welcome Paul Rudd. You almost fell. Did you almost fall?
There's a little Fonzarelli dance right there.
You know, when Larry King's a guest, we don't do that. How are you?
All right.
You're winded, aren't you? Not me.
I'm great. How are you?
I'm very good. We're back. You know, things are going so well for you. You've been in so many successful movies. You have this new film, Role Models. People love this movie. Very funny. Big hit for you. You got to be excited. I mean, you're a big star.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but it's very exciting. Oh, God, I still am out of breath. I swear to God.
I was hoping to use your answer to catch my breath. I was like, please speak for a while, Paul Rudd.
This is like horrible. Believe it or not, I don't exercise much, and
God.
And so
There's a baby in there.
But thank you. Yeah, it's.
Well, I would think now. You know,
Hold on.
let me talk for a bit, and you relax.
All right.
I was born in Brookline, Mass. Went to high school there. I'm curious because you've been in a lot of successful movies.
Yeah.
But I have to think by now it's reaching critical mass. So many successful movies lately that you must be getting the star treatment now. You go someplace, I bet you're treated like.
I met Bruce Springsteen.
So did I.
You finally met him after playing with him for 25 years.
I only ever saw his back, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm Bruce. Oh, Max, good to see you.
I met him, but it wasn't. It was just I snuck backstage at the Police concert, and he was there.
How did you sneak backstage?
I think there were so many people going back that I snuck in.
Right. That's
But-
your sneaky move. That.
It's like that. Yeah. And and so that was really exciting. Because I didn't even notice, and it was just I turned, and there he was.
He was standing right next to
He
you.
was standing right next to me. There was a bunch of people backstage, and he just looked, and I just had that, you know, like that look.
Yeah.
And he said, "How's it? Hey,
Yeah.
how's it going?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh man, you're like a top 5 guy." I don't know what to say. But then I realized that sounds insulting,
Top
doesn't it? That's like,
five? Yeah, because I know. Performers
tried-
immediately think, who are the other 4?
well, it
And
just
they better be really good.
And it's true. I mean, like how he's a hero, and he
But
said.
you don't say that. You don't say top 5.
No, of course not. I know, and it was really bad to say, and I realized it like as I said it, and I was so panicked. And he said, "Well, anytime come out and see a show," and I said, "I just did," and that was a lie.
So you were just panicking?
I panicked, and
What
I
if
said,
did he catch you in the lie? Did he go like, really? Where did we play?
"No, this is what he said because you guys had just played at the Meadowlands. You did the show," and he said, "What night?"
Oh no.
And I said, "Thursday." And I had tickets on Thursday, but I couldn't go. My wife got sick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And no, she did, and so we couldn't go.
Yeah.
I said Thursday. But I felt so. He said, "Oh, great," and then I just felt so weird about it. Like really, like I just lied to Bruce Springsteen.
The key in that situation is don't get elaborate with your lies. Keep them simple. It was a great show. I would panic and go, yes, I loved when you played that Mexican song. I would try and freestyle it. What?
Huh?
We didn't play a Mexican song.
I was. Anyway, can you tell him sorry?
No way.
Yeah. You're on your own now.
You're screwed.
I know.
Bruce watches every show.
No.
And then dispatches his goons. Go beat him senseless. You've been coming on the show for a long time. I feel like I know you a little bit. You have a good sense of humor. You're a bit of a jokester. You like to pull pranks occasionally or do silly things. I'm just curious, has that ever Has it ever gone wrong for you? Has it ever
Oh,
gone
yes.
off the tracks?
Yeah.
It always goes wrong?
It's several times. I had the horrible one happen a few years ago, where I actually got thrown out of a wedding.
You got thrown out of a wedding?
Yeah.
Did you know the people well? I mean, these are friends of yours?
Yeah.
And they threw you out?
Well, it was a really deservedly so. I didn't. It's just a thing that just went horribly wrong.
Okay.
Where they were making kind of the videos for everybody, like everybody was saying, "Oh, I won't say their names, but congratulations,
Susie."
Right, and then I made one which was very sweet and saying.
You made this at home?
I made this. No, they had a guy come like their friend, and they filmed all their friends saying
Right.
things. And so I did one where I was saying congratulations. Love is an amazing thing, and it's hard to define. But when you see the two of you, you know what it is, and it's pure and lovely. And then they panned the camera over, and I was sitting on my computer screen was a very pornographic image.
As a joke, widen out, and you see that you're,
And then they pull back further, and I had no pants on. and the bit was like, you cut, right? And but they showed it at the wedding, and I didn't know.
But you didn't think you didn't know they were going to show at the wedding? And so all these people are there, hundreds of people?
It was just, yeah.
And what happened?
Well, the people got kind of freaked out, and bride ran out. I mean, it's not the way you imagine your wedding day, and
the bride ran away? That's terrible.
I felt horrible.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm sorry if you're watching. This is like two apologies on the same.
Your whole first segment has been one massive apology.
But I didn't really sell that story very well because I'm still very freaked out about it. And,
right. It's a real thing that happened to you. Yeah.
And I really do. I mean, I really, really feel bad about it.
Okay.
Years later.
All right. This is a good time to take a break. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more with Paul Rudd in just a second. We're back sitting here with Mr. Paul Rudd. This movie, Role Models, big success, big hit right now. You co-wrote this movie, is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Good for you. I mean, you're in it. You co-wrote it. I mean, this is very exciting.
Thank you. Yeah, it's cool. It was a lot of fun. I got to use computer programs, writing programs, and it's a sweet story.
It's a sweet story. It's kind of a little bit of improbability in the story, but that's okay. It's a comedy.
It's these guys that work for an energy drink company. They get in trouble, and then to avoid a 30-day jail sentence, they do community service and go into like a Big Brothers program.
Right.
Which you're right, that is implausible. There's no if you get in trouble with the law, let's just put you with children. So it's like sorry, what?
No, it is.
Sorry.
You guys are out of control. You're crazy. I'll send you to jail unless you spend a lot of time with these kids.
Overseeing these kids.
Yeah. But still, I never care. I always think movies just need to be funny. I think when they spend too much time rationalizing the plot, you've lost me.
This script is full of potholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way. It's like that wouldn't happen, and that clearly wouldn't happen. But
Right.
yeah, I agree with you. If it's funny, then it's funny, and if you know what, if you learn a little something, that's just even an added bonus.
I can't believe you just said that.
But the funny thing is, though, Conan, in this movie, you'll never guess who learns from whom.
Well, that's all the time we have. You're never coming back. We have a clip.
Yeah.
I have not seen this, but you need to set this up, this clip from the movie?
The organization, it's like a Big Brothers type organization. It's called Sturdy Wings. And Jane Lynch plays Gail Sweeney, the woman who runs the organization. And Christopher Mintz-Plasse plays Augie. And this is a scene, he's McLovin from Superbad. I think that's how most people know him. And he's had a bit of a crisis in the center, and he's running away, and she's trying to catch him. And then I come in close to the end.
Very good. Let's take a look at this clip from Role Models.
Thank you. It's such a weird thing. You write it down, you put it on the page, and then there it is in a movie, and I never, ever get used to it.
Now, this is maybe the 10th time you've done this to us. This seems to be your favorite thing to do, is to set up a clip from one of your movies, and then we show that clip, which is unforgettable, by the way, from the 1980s movie Mac and Me. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah.
So,
Actually, man, last time I didn't show it because I was here for Knocked Up, and Judd Apatow said, "You're not going to show that."
Judd Apatow flew across the country and stood here to make sure that
he came to the show to make sure that I didn't do it.
He knows that every time you come on our show, you show that clip.
Yeah, and the studio, they don't like it.
They don't like it when you do that.
They take this stuff very seriously.
They take it very seriously.
I got yelled at, and so the only way that they would let me do it is that I have to show a clip from the movie. Too.
Yes.
But I did want to.
Let's not get you into trouble with the movie studio. Right. Here now,
the
actual clip from Role Models. Role Models is in theaters now. This weekend, Paul's hosting Saturday Night Live with musical guest Beyonce. I cannot imagine a better SNL host. I think you'll be great. I really do. I think you'll be amazing.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm really. It's so. It is the most. It is the most. It's a dream come true.
Let's hope you bring that level of professionalism to Saturday Night. It's going to be an hour-and-a-half long Mac and Me clip. Really, good luck to you, and thanks so much. Always good. Paul Rudd will be right back. John Stamos is here.